The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies is a book that contains 318 pages from front cover to back. It has pictures of 181 healing plants, mushrooms, and lichens found in North America's wilderness. You can also discover 550 all-natural, powerful remedies that you can use for either survival or everyday needs. All in all, it is a jam-packed book that's filled with excellent information about practical life. This book was initially intended for people who do not know about herbal remedies, harnessing their natural, hidden foraging and plant identification abilities to educate people about these things that are just lying around us in the background. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies is aptly named like that because the information enclosed in it has been lost through time as it was eclipsed by the rapid advances of modern science and medicine per se. Thus, this book's main objective is to re-educate its readers in the traditional healing and rejuvenation way. As a teaser, it contains a simple step-by-step guide of everything related to herbal remedies in general. What does the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies do? The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies does a lot for the advancement of the human race. I know that sounds overdramatic, but it's true. You may be asking me, how does it advance the human race when all it did was restore ancient knowledge? That's called going back. Sometimes, and this is good life wisdom, we must go back to our roots to advance ourselves onwards truly. Sometimes we tend to overthink and be not contented with things that we already have. The answers already lie in our hands, but we think there's a better way. This was how our brothers and sisters in the field of science thought when they started exploring alternatives such as synthetically made drugs. We already knew, so why not just cultivate it to stay natural by any means? Thus, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies is an essential tool in re-educating the public of the wonders of herbal effects and identifying what's edible and not edible. The modern lifestyle has made the human race less of a hunter-gatherer, and thus most of us can't even start a fire or survive out in the wilderness for just a few days. Our dependence on science is so great that people forget how we existed. Besides that central point, though, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies can make your life easier. It makes us more comfortable and healthy. People back then sustained themselves in herbal sustenance, and it has made them experience lengthier lives. Indeed, people back then lived longer than usual, and these herbs were the reason why. An all-natural lifestyle too brings about better lives in general. If you want to experience a better version of yourself who feels healthy, wise, and rejuvenates all the time, I will indulge you in getting this book to grasp a better knowledge of the world around you. After all, your home is not your only world, it's the great outdoors. How does the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies may help you? The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies can help you more in general. Your health status will be supported, let alone rescued from several synthetic substances that modern mainstream media is currently bombarding us with. It can help you alleviate the side effects of drugs that you take daily. This is because the Lost Book of Remedies will teach you all the fundamental things that you need to do for a more prosperous and fruitful life in general. It can also help you teach others. By reading this book, you gain knowledge that was otherwise lost in time thanks to the Europeans who ransacked the Native American culture. Sadly, the Native Americans were trampled below their feet along with their wisdom, but that could change today. With this book, not only will you feel empowered by your newfound knowledge, but you will also be the instrument from which other people will know this precious information that was lost in time. Additionally, this book can help you expand your knowledge of the great outdoors. People are increasingly spending their time indoors, so they don't have the luxury of exploring the outdoors because of the degree of busyness that people have daily. Thus, you'll get to know that the current medicine we have had been derived from the plants and compounds that these plants had. Did you know that there are antipyretic plants that can lower fever, anesthetic plants that can numb the pain, antiseptic plants that can sterilize your wounds, and other kinds of suitable plants for a specific role? Learn more by taking hold of this book now. There are more ways that this book can help you out. It is an excellent read, plus it's easy to understand thanks to all the pictures. It reminded me of all those visual encyclopedias I had when I was a child. All those visuals are an excellent way for you not to misidentify plants. Misidentification is fatal, so we must take note of all the details first before deeming one plant to be edible or not. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies may have the word lost in it, but it certainly helps lost souls return to their innate human nature of helping and caring for others and the environment. The pros and cons of the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies has a lot of things going for it. This book is highly optimistic in its own right and can be used as a benchmark for future books sold in the market. The credibility it establishes is supreme, and the primary objective of this book certainly places it above all else. With that said, let us take a look at the pros and cons of the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies pros are flexible options, can be a physical book or a digital e-book at the same time. Extremely inexpensive and affordable. Has a money-back guarantee, given that the reason is perfectly valid. Contains useful information that can be used for daily, practical life. It can be used as a survival guide. It helps you live a healthier life. Written by an extremely credible author. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies cons are, it can only be bought online through their official website. Any other source of this book such as Amazon is considered illegitimate and fake. Generally focused on North American herbal remedies. As we can see, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies is a precious book to have. Not only does it help people with their life, but it also serves as a guide for future generations to come. It restores our innate skills of foraging and can be used to develop our quality of life further. This book is highly recommended by everyone who wishes to live out a healthier life or break away from the side effects of synthesized medicine as brought upon by modern science. The natural herbal remedies in this book are of a staggering amount and can indeed cover everything if you live in North America. Now that's mentioned, the downsides of this book are minuscule at best. For one, this book can be only legitimately bought from the official website only. The book also focuses more on the North American flora, which means it can discriminate against other herbal remedies found in different continents. There is a reasonable possibility that the plants mentioned in this book have already migrated to other countries. This is because the book originated from Native American teachings, which came from way before the Europeans started colonizing the land.